Hey everybody, John with Mojave Trails here. So you want to add a new bumper to the front of your Gladiator, specifically your Mojave. So what options do you have? Do you have to spend $1,000, $1,500, $2,000? Are there any cheap options that you can do, and are they worth it? So if you're interested in that at all, stay tuned. I'm going to get into this bumper and we'll talk about it. Okay, so for those of you who are new to the channel, I've shown this once or twice before. This is a Rampage front bumper. I got it from Quadratech. Full disclosure, I'm not sponsored by anyone. Everything that I have on this truck I've paid for on my own. I bought it around Christmas time. I paid $360 for it. I had a $100 gift certificate as well. So let me talk a little bit about what I was looking for in a bumper first. So first of all, I wanted one that I liked the look of. I didn't want anything that was super big. I also didn't want a stubby. I wanted something that was a little bigger than a stubby, but not a huge, like an AEV or one that was really, really big in the front. I didn't want one that was super heavy. Some of them, to me, that's like the worst place you can add weight is right out in the front of your vehicle. I wanted a steel bumper. I did not want an aluminum bumper. I wanted one that had a solid bull bar, something that you could mount lights to at some point in the future. I was really looking for one that would allow the factory fog lights to be used, although that wasn't, a requirement. I looked at some others. I would have been okay with installing different fog lights. This one allows the factory fog lights, and I wanted something that you could install fairly easily yourself and that didn't require any kind of special fabrication, especially with the Mojave, with where they have the reservoir shocks mounted in the front. A lot of the other bumpers you'd have to cut the skid plate. This one you didn't have to do any modifications. The stock skid plate fits right on it, just bolts exactly on the other one. I think the look of it is fantastic. It's the perfect size. I improved my approach angle. Still got a little bit of protection on the fenders, which I wanted, but it's not way out here and it doesn't stick out too far in front of the vehicle. It doesn't overpower the front of the Jeep, which I love all the lines of the Mojave hood and the front grille and everything, so I didn't want something sticking out in front of that looked like a giant ugly mustache out in front. So I think this one is fantastic. I also wanted something I could mount a winch to. This supports a 12,000 pound winch, which is plenty. I'll do a video on the Expo in a later video. This is a 13.5 winch, but we'll talk about that in a different video. So, are there any drawbacks to this bumper? The major drawback that I have to this bumper is that when I got it, even a month after I had it installed, there were already spots that were starting to rust on it. Around the welds, even though the welds are really, really nicely done and super solid, they were showing signs of rust around all of the welds. And on the edges, on this part of the bumper and underneath a little bit, there was some rust. It was fairly easy for me to take care of. I just used my trick. I used vinegar and a wire brush, let the vinegar soak in, wire brush it off, and then I just spray painted it myself. So it was a pretty easy fix. However, it's not something I should have had to do a month down the road. If I were to install this again, and if I buy another Gladiator and I put another one of these on, I think what I would do is take the time before I even install it, take all the hardware off, and repaint it myself, scuff it all up, and then add a couple coats of paint. Or even if you want to spend the extra money, take it to a shop and have them do the powder coating. Because even though it's powder coated, obviously, I don't know how good a job they did that it was rusting around the welds. Now, I haven't had rust appear anywhere else. Everything else has been good. You do see some lines from brush and stuff that I've gone through, and that is kind of scuffing off, but that's kind of normal. You get that anyways. Again, this can all be tuned up pretty easily. In the winter, I plan on taking this thing and just repainting it again, give it a fresh coat once a year, and it'll be fine. But that is the one drawback to it. Weight wise, it came in, I think it was 71 pounds, which is, right in the ballpark where I wanted to be. And I think the look of it is really, really nice. It's super, the welds are all very, very strong. The components are really, really strong. So I think it's a quality bumper. The steel is the same thickness they use in all the other ones, 3/16 inch steel. I'll put the full specs to this bumper up on the video. So if you're looking for a bumper that it meets the same specifications that I am, this is a great option to take a look at. I think it can be bought from other places other than Quadratech, although I had good experience with them. I don't have any issues to report there. It came within a couple of weeks, but again, I ordered it around Christmas time, so you know that's probably normal. It might come faster if you order now. So any questions or comments, please like and subscribe if you would, and let me know what you think. If you've got one of these and you like it or don't like it, please let us know in the comments too. I do have a lot of people that read the comment section, and you help the whole community by sharing your thoughts and ideas. All right, have a good day. Thanks.